අයිබෝවන් YouTube චැනලය හරහා ප්‍රචාරය වන අපගේ අධ්‍යාපනික වීඩියෝ පාඩම් මාලාව නරඹන පුංචි දුව පුතා මම ඉතාමත් ආදරයෙන් පිළිගන්නවා self learning tool bilingual educational video channel එකට. එහෙනම් පුංචි දුවේ පුතේ අද self learning tool educational video channel එක යටතේ මම ඔබට අරගෙන එන්නේ grade 6 first lesson civic education පුරවැසි අධ්‍යාපනයේ පළවෙනි පාඩම grade 6 civic education first lesson. If it is so, shall we start our lesson? Now you see that on the screen, unit 1, the first lesson, you step into the civic education as it is the first lesson. And I will use some single words also while explaining the subject matters. And now we come to the lesson. Now you know that when you hear our school, you find that that is the most important place in your life. Nobody can forget the place where you study. The school is the place where you study the subject matters systematically. You learn not only the subject matters, even social values, our culture, as well as your skills are developed. Your talents are developed in the school. Therefore, nobody can forget the school. පුංචි දුවේ පුතේ ඔබ දන්නවා ඔබේ පාසල් ඔබට අමතක කරන්න පුළුවන් තැනක් නෙමෙයි. අපි කියනවා nobody can forget the school where he or she has studied, because the school is the most important place in our life. That is why the school is referred as mother. Simply we can refer it as second mother. Your first mother, your first mother gave you the birth to this world, but your second mother, your school, gave you the second birth. Then again you are born to the society. When you go to school, your skills, your talents, your education, all are well shaped, and when you come out of this school, you become a perfect person. That is why school is very important person in one's life. Next, we talk about the importance of the school little by little. So now you can read on the screen what I mentioned. As you are new to the bilingual or English medium, therefore you read simply, school is the most important place in one's life. Now you know it. Important place වැදගත් ස්ථානයක් in one's life කෙනෙකුගේ ජීවිතේ. Nobody can forget the school where he she studied. Now you know that nobody can කාටවත්ම බෑ. කවුරුවත් නැහැ කියන අර්ථයක් එතන තියෙන්නේ. මෙතන තියෙන කාටවත් බෑ කියන අර්ථයක්. Nobody can කියපුවා කාටවත් බෑ, forget අමතක කරනවා. You can't forget these subject matters too. ඔබට මේ subject matters අමතක කරන්නත් බෑ when you learn them. Then you find that the school is always compared to mother because it is the spelling mistake is there, not CO, it must be SO, so close to us. That is why the school is compared School is referred as mother. In Sinhala, Pasal Matava, Pasal Mau. That is how we refer our school because it is so close. As I mentioned earlier, the school gives us the second birth. The school gives us the second birth. Most of us like to talk about the history of our school. We feel proud when we hear the victories of our school. That's the most important thing. When you hear others talking the bad things about your school, you get angry because you always love your school a lot. When you talk about the victories, the good qualities, the name of your school, you feel very proud. When you hear others talking the good qualities of your school, the victories of your school, and your friends, your brothers and sisters in the school, you feel proud. Then you sometimes you come forward and you say that that is our school. That is our school, like that you may shout because you feel very proud when you talk about your school. But to talk about the school, you must know the history of your school. That is very important thing. That is why to learn about the history of your school has been given in the first lesson of the civic education in grade 6. Now we shall try or we will understand how we gather information about the history, because you know that history means past. History can itihas. Itihas can learning something happened in the past, because from this year you will learn history as a separate subject. In Sri Lanka it is taught in Sinhala, but if you wish you can learn history in English also. The English textbooks are also available. But anyway, when you try to learn about the history of your school, you will have to gather lot of information. Information කියන්නේ තොරතුරු. අපිට තොරතුරු ගොඩාක් ගේන්න වෙනවා. When the school was started, who was the first student? Then the age of the school. Then what are the victories achieved in the past? And how the school developed little by little. Like the lot of information you will have to gather when you talk about your school. Therefore, you will have to refer to lot of sources to gather this information. Then, when you answer to this question, the answer will come. How do you find the history of your school? That's a question. When you answer to that one, automatically, the answer how you collect the information of your school will come. Right. You check them. Several sources can be used to collect information about the history of a school. Several sources. අපිට ක්‍රම නැත්තම් තොරතුරු ලබා ගත හැකි ක්‍රමෝපායන් කීපයක් තියෙනවා. Sources. Several කීපයක්. එතකොට information, now you know තොරතුරු. Information about the history of the school. පාසල පිළිබඳ තොරතුරු සපයා ගන්න පුළුවන්. මාර්ග කීපයක් අපිට තියෙනවා. We try, what are they? First one, logbook, admission registry, mark sheets, annual reports, census reports, etc. Logbook, very important document or record that can be found in the school. In almost all the schools in Sri Lanka, the principal of that school is maintain the logbook. All the important information are recorded in the logbook by the principal. The principal has the authority to maintain as well as log the write the information in the logbook. Then when you refer to the logbook, the lot of information about the school, especially legal side information, නීත්‍යානුකූල තොරතුරු, the beginning of the school, the number of the students, and the arrival of the teachers, then the transfer of the teachers, then when the teachers get their pensions, when new principal comes, all the information are recorded in the logbook. Therefore, logbook is the most important document or record that can be used to study about the history of a school. Then admission registry, ඇතුළත් වීමේ ලේඛනය, because it is relevant to the students. When a student is admitted to the school, his information all are recorded in this admission registry. Therefore, it is very important one. Then mark sheets, you know that mark sheets, the performance of the students, අපේ දරුවන්ගේ විෂයන් කෙරෙහි දක්වන නිපුණතාවයන්, achievements ලබාගත් දේවල්, associated with the subjects මේ විෂයන්ට අනුව, all are recorded in the mark sheets. Then annual reports, what is happening within a year, they are given in the annual reports. It is an official document. These annual reports are collected by the officers from the school. Then the census report, සංඛ්‍යාලේඛන තොරතුරු, පාසල පිළිබඳ, the number of the students, the number of teachers, like that all information can be found there. Not only that one, even the information about furniture, school land, all are mentioned in the census reports. Therefore, they are very important documents relevant to the history of the school. Then apart from that one, secondary level, දෙවනි මට්ටමේ තොරතුරු අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් school magazines. You know that in some schools, time to time or periodicals, වාර සංගරා පළ කරනවා. Magazines කියන්නේ සංගරා. එතකොට commemoration plaque කියලා කියන්නේ, you know that ඔය යම් කිසි දෙයක් විශේෂ අවස්ථාවක් විශේෂ ගොඩනැගිල්ල ඉදි කරුවන් පස්සේ අපි the important information about that one, the guest arrival for that event, all the informations are mentioned there. අපි වට කියන සිහිවටන පළක in Sinhala. But these commemoration plaque also very important item to collect the information about the school, especially history of the school. The newspaper articles, souvenirs. Newspaper articles means, because some newspapers create articles about the schools, because at present a lot of newspapers, they maintain a page allocated for the schools to write about them. So they are also very important to learn about the history of the school. Therefore, that is also a very important one. Then souvenirs. Souvenirs can be sihivatana. In some schools, they have created some souvenirs to remember or to keep the special events relevant to the school. Therefore, souvenirs are also very important one when we study about the history of school. Then apart from that one, all of them you found that they are document as well as they are some inanimate, lifeless materials. But you can collect information from the people also. That is also very important one. When you read that one, you can find it. Information can be collected from the persons like religious leaders, Agamika Nayakain of the area, retired principals and teachers, Vistamala Viduhalpativarungin Saguruvarungin, all students, Adijishangin, important persons in the area, Pradesina Vadagat Pudgalyangan, like Gram Niladari, social workers, etc. When you go there, you can collect information from them also. Then, when we learn about the history of our school, we feel proud. I mentioned it earlier. Actually, all the people, they like their school they study. It is a truth. When you feel proud about your school, when you love your school, actually that is called the school spirit. That is why you don't like to hear something unnecessary about your school. That is why you always talk about the qualities of your school. It is called the school spirit. You also must develop the school spirit for your school. If the children, if the students are full of school spirits, they never violate rules and regulations in the school. We attempt to protect and develop our school when we are proud of your school. That is nothing to mention because all of you are. You love your school a lot. You are proud of your school a lot. Therefore, you are full of school spirit. Next, we come to another part of the school. You know that school is an institute. Institute කියලා කියන්නේ ආයතනයක්. In Sri Lanka, we have two types of schools. Mainly, the largest amount are government schools. Apart from that one, we have the private schools too. But anyway, all of them are institutes. මෙව ආයතන. Because it is an institute specially established to give the systematic education. විධිමත් අධ්‍යාපනය ලබා දෙන්න සංවිධානය කළ තියෙන ආයතනය. They are organized to impart knowledge. දැනුම ලබා දෙන්න through systematic education. විධිමත් අධ්‍යාපනය ඔස්සේ. එතකොට they must be well ruled. හොඳින් පාලනය කරන්න ඕන. They must be well administered. හොඳින් පාලනය කරන්න ඕන. ඒකයි මේ කියන්නේ properly කියලා කියන්නේ හොඳින්. හොඳින් පාලනය කරන්න ඕන. Then to rule a institute well, there's a structure, organizational structure. මේ පරිපාල ව්‍යුහයක් තියෙනවා. You might have seen it is shown in your school, in your principal's office, or sometimes inside the office, or sometimes outside of the office. I can't say exactly where it is, but when you go to school, you check it where it is located. Organizational structure මේ සංවිධාන ව්‍යුහය අපිට දකින්න පුළුවන් because it shows how the school is organized in administration. පරිපාලනයේදී ස්කෝලේ කොහොමද සංවිධානය කරලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක එකෙන් දක්වනවා. ඒකට කියනවා organizational structure shows how the administration and development of the school are organized. ස්කෝලේ පරිපාලනය සහ ඒ වගේම පාසලේ සංවර්ධනය කොහොමද ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. නැත්නම් සංවිධානය කරලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක එකෙන් ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. This structure may change school to school based on the size of the school. මේ පාසලෙන් පාසලට වෙනස් වෙනවා, especially based on the size. The size of the school means especially the number of students, number of grades there, like that. Or even the largeness of the school premises. පාසල් භූමිය ප්‍රමාණය මතත් මේක වෙනස් වෙනවා because some schools have the large land area. To control such a school, the school has been divided into sub-zones. අතුරු කලාප විදිහට බෙදලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට that is why I mentioned this structure may change school to school. පාසලෙන් පාසලට වෙනස් වෙනවා. Then now we see how this structure is set. It is something like a flow chart. මේක හරියට flow chart එකක් වගේ ගැලීම් සටහනක් වගේ. You find that The head of the school is the principal. Therefore, his position coming first. Then for the development of the school, there are two institutes. ආයතන දෙකක් තියෙනවා associated with the school. පාසලත් එක්ක බැඳිලා. One is a past student association. Other one is a school development society. They help principal for the development of the school. Therefore, they are very important organizations in school activities as well as organizational structure. Then for the administration of the school, other officers, especially deputy principals or vice principals, assistant principals, sectional heads, class teachers, prefects, monitors, and all of them have been organized in a certain structure. එක්තරා ව්‍යුහයකට මේ කට්ටිය සංවිධානය කරලා තියෙනවා. Shall we see? දැන් බලන්න principal, under the principal, deputy principal. Under the principal and deputy principal, sectional heads. Under the principal, deputy principal and sectional heads, class teachers. Under all of them, prefects, Shishanayakyo. Then under all of them, class monitors. Then after that, the students. That is how the organizational structure of a school is set. The arrow shows how the authority or orders are coming down. This kind of thing, or this one, can be introduced as a simple format of organizational structure of a school. Simple format of organizational structure of the school. Now you see on the screen. Then you go to other one. Then responsibilities and duties of the members of the school. You see that school is an institute where the different groups of people meet. The head of the school is the principal. Then vice principals are also there, maybe one or maybe more than one. Then sectional heads, usually sectional heads are appointed by the principal from the staff. Staff means teachers. And other most important part in the school is the students. All of them meet in the school for a very special purpose. That is the education, imparting knowledge, or another way, teaching and learning process. What is happening in the school is teaching and learning process. Under that one, your skills, talents are developed, and your qualities are developed, your culture is developed, and you are given the new concepts, like the lot of things relevant to your positive side. ඔබේ ධනාත්මක පැත්තට බොහෝ දේවල් ඉෂ්ට කරනවා under teaching and learning process. In that one, all of them have duties and responsibilities given in the education. Because in our country, education is mainly concerned by the government. අපේ රටේ ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් අධ්‍යාපනය ගැන කරුණු හොයා බලන රජය, mainly concerned by the government. The government, in the government, there's a Ministry of Education, the department, all are there, and they control these schools. For the control of the school, principals have been appointed. Above principals, some directors are there. We are not going to talk about these directors and others. Our focus is mainly on in the school. අපි අවධානය තියෙන ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් පාසලේ හින්දා මේ පාසලේ දක්වන ලැබෙන කණ්ඩායම් ගැන අපි කතා කරනවා. Now you find the principal is the head of the school, key figure of the school, main figure of the school. The principal term is also there. Principal කියන්නේ නායකයා. එතකොට the leader of the school is the principal. Therefore, we are going to talk about the role of the principal. කොහොමද ඔහුගේ responsibilities and duties ඉටු කරන්න කියන කාරණය පිළිබඳව. Acting as the head of the educational activities. අධ්‍යාපන කටයුතු වලදී ප්‍රධානියා විදියට, නායකයා විදියට කටයුතු කිරීමෙන්. admission of the student and division of them into classes. සිසුන් පාසලට ඇතුළත් කර ගැනීම අපි ඒකට කියන admission of the students and division. ඊට පස්සේ උන් බෙදනවා them into the classes. අපි say now you are in 6A, 6B, 6C, like that the classes are divided. Or sometimes the different names are given to refer to this class. Aralia, Manel, like that. Or some other names are also given. Anyway, the division is also done by the principal. This is the duty of the principal. Then appointing class teachers, Panti Bar Guru Pat Kirima. Then preparation of school timetable, පාසලේ කාලසටහන සකස් කිරීම, preparation කියන සකස් කරනවා. Then supervision of the classroom activities, පන්ති කාමරවල සිද්ධ වෙන special teaching and learning process එක ඒක අධීක්ෂණය කිරීම, supervision කියන අධීක්ෂණය කරනවා. ඊළඟට organizing activities related to the staff development. ඒ staff කියලා කියන්නේ ගුරු මණ්ඩලයේ සංවර්ධනය සඳහා කටයුතු සංවිධානය කිරීම. And welfare of activities. ඒවා ගුරුවරුන්ට අදාළව සහ දරුවන්ට අදාළ සුබ සාධන කටයුතු සංවිධානය කිරීම. Both are done by sometimes the teachers may do that under the guidelines of the principal. Principal ගේ දෙන උපදෙස් මත තමයි, advices of the principal, they are conducted by the teachers. Then maintenance of the discipline, most important thing in the school. School discipline compulsory. It is mainly maintained by the principal, and principal has given some authority to the teachers also to maintain the discipline in the school. That is most important. Discipline දන්නවා discipline කියලා කියන්නේ විනය. ඒක පාසලක අත්‍යවශ්‍ය දෙයක් තමයි. Most important part, the discipline. Then principal as the head of the school engage in following activities. So මේට අමතරව as a head of the school, පාසලේ ප්‍රධානිය විදියට ඔහු මෙන්න මේ කටයුතු සිද්ධ කරනවා. You check them. Implementation of the rules and regulations of the Ministry of Education. Time to time, rules and regulations are introduced by the Ministry of Education. They are implemented in the school. Implement can ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා by the principal, because all the things are coming in letters to the principal. Then principal put them into action. Then principal makes the teachers aware, and through the teachers the principal put them into action. Next one, maintenance of the close relationship with parents, past pupils, external communities and other organizations. Maintenance පවත්වාගෙන යනවා close relationship. ඉතා සමීප සබඳතා කවුරුත් එක්කද? Parents, දෙමව්පියෝ, past pupils, ආශිෂ්‍යෝ, external communities, බාහිර කණ්ඩායම්, and other organizations. ඒ වගේ අනිකුත් සංවිධානත් එක්ක. Next one, collection of necessary equipments for the school. පාසලට අවශ්‍ය කරන විවිධ උපකරණ එකතු කර ගන්නවා විදුහල්පතිතුමා. And provision of the school premises for their use. එතකොට පාසලේ භූමිය පාසල වෙන් කරනවා ඒව භාවිතයට. අපි හිතමු the principal wants to develop the football or volleyball. Then he collects these items from the society. Some people donate us. Then he create the football court, volleyball court, and let children to use them in the school. That's the duty of the principal, as well as all the principals engage in these activities. Then we find other part, the teachers. Teachers are also very important part in the school or in the teaching and learning process. Active participation in the teaching and learning process in the school. Active participation. ක්‍රියාකාරීව සහභාගී වෙන්න ඕනේ. Participation කියන්නේ සහභාගී වෙනවා. In teaching and learning process, now you are aware of that one. ඉගෙනුම් ඉගෙනීම ක්‍රියාවලිය. Teaching and learning process. Second one, maintenance of the discipline of the students. Now you know, you are aware of it. Maintenance පවත්වාගෙන යනවා. Discipline විනය. Development of knowledge, attitude, skills. New term, knowledge දැනුම. Attitude ආකල්ප, skills කුසලතා. They should be developed by the teachers relevant to their subjects. විශයෙන් විෂයට මේ දැනුම ආකල්ප කුසලතා වෙනස් වෙනවා දරුවනේ. ඒ හින්දා development of them මේවයි සංවර්ධනය should be done by the subject teachers. මේ විෂය උගන්වන ගුරුවරයා මේව කරන්නම ඕනේ. That is why it is mentioned here development of knowledge, attitude and skills relevant to the subject. විෂයට සම්බන්ධව. Working cooperatively with other communities in the school. පාසලේ තවත් කණ්ඩායම් ඉන්නවා. Especially educational, that means academic side එකේ ඉන්නවා teachers ලා, ඊළඟ තවත් කණ්ඩායමක් ඉන්නවා non academic side එක. ඒ කියන්නේ අනධ්‍යයන කාර්ය මණ්ඩලය. එතකොට they will have to work with the teachers very closely. That relationship must be maintained by the teachers with them for the betterment of the school. මේක පාසලේ පැවැත්මට ඉතාමත් යහ පැවැත්මට betterment of the school හරි වැදගත්. ඊළඟට contribution for the educational and physical development of the school. පාසලේ අධ්‍යාපනික සහ භෞතික සංවර්ධනයට දායක වීම. contribution කියන්නේ contribute, CONTRIBUT contribute කියන්නේ දායක වෙනවා. එතකොට මේකට දායක වෙන්න ඕන අපි. මේකට අනුග්‍රහය දක්වන්න ඕන. We will have to dedicate for the educational and physical development of the school. ගුරුවරු මේකට කැප වෙන්න ඕන. Then working to protect, accept rules and regulations and values. පාසලේ තියෙන accepted, it must be accepted rules. පිළිගත් නීති රීති වටිනාකම් තියෙනවා පාසලක. We discuss it in next lesson, school culture කියන එකේදී අපි ඔය කතා කරනවා. එතකොට මේවා රැකගන්න, to develop, ඒවා සංවර්ධනය කරන්න the teachers come forward. ගුරුවරු ඉදිරියට එන්න ඕන. Next one. Conducting term test and submitting marks. You know it. Term test අපි කරනවා, ලකුණු දෙනවා. That's a duty of the teachers. Implementing school based assessments. පාසල් පාදක ඇගීම් ඉටු කිරීම නැත්නම් ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීම. Treating all the students equally. සියලුම දරුවන්ට එක හා සමානව සැලකීම. Using school resources for the benefits of the students. පාසලේ සම්පත් දරුවන්ගේ යහපත වෙනුවෙන්, students සිසුන්ගේ යහපත වෙනුවෙන් භාවිතා කිරීම. resources කියන්නේ සම්පත්, benefits කියන්නේ යහපත. පාසලේ සම්පත් සිසුන්ගේ යහපත වෙනුවෙන් භාවිතා කිරීම. අපි කියන්නේ කොහොමද? using school resources for the benefits of the student. Maintenance of the pleasant environment. කොහොම හොඳ pleasant චිත්තාකර්ෂණීය පරිසරයක් නිර්මාණය කිරීම සහ පවත්වාගෙන යාම. maintenance පවත්වා ගන්නවා. pleasant environment කියන්නේ පරිසරය. pleasant කියන්නේ බොහොම චිත්තාකර්ෂණීය. maintaining good teacher student relationship. හොඳ ගුරු සිසු සබඳතාවයක් පවත්වාගෙන යාම. relationship සබඳතාවය. Then non-academic staff. That is also a very important part, especially in the large schools. A large number of non-academic staff can be found there. They also contribute for the development of the school. Educational, non-educational, academic, non-academic activities are contributed by them. Assisting the principal and staff in the affairs of the school. Principal and staff both must be assisted. Assisted can උදව් කරනවා. Assisting can උදව් කිරීම. එතකොට පාසලේ සංවර්ධනයේ විද්‍යාලපතිතුමාට සහාචාර්ය මණ්ඩලයට උදව් කිරීම. Assisting the provision of the facilities to the students in curriculum activities. Curriculum අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩ කටයුතු වලදී දරුවට පහසුකම් සලසා දීම. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා ඇති ඔය lab assistants are there. So like that, lot of assistants are there to help the students also in their educational activities or learning, teaching and in the teaching and learning process. ඉගෙනුම් ඉගෙනීම් ක්‍රියාවලියේදී මේ කට්ටිය උදව් කරනවා to take the maximum benefits of the resources can be found in the school. පාසලේ තියෙන සම්පත් වලින් උපරිම ප්‍රයෝජන ගන්න. Maintaining pleasant and clean environment in the school. No need of explaining it. You know it. Assisting the security activities of the school, security ආරක්ෂක කටයුතු වලට උදව් කරන්න ඕන. It is needed. මේ වගේ දවස්වල තව වැදගත්. Maintaining the goodwill of the school. පාසලේ කීර්ති නාමය, goodwill එක පවත්වා ගන්න උදව් කරන්න. Goodwill. Not only the non-academic staff, even the students, even teachers, even principal, all are responsible to maintain the goodwill of the school. පාසලේ කීර්ති නාමය අපි තව වචනයක් කියන prestigious name කියලාත් කියනවා. මේක පවත්වාගෙන යන්න ඕන. පවත්වාගෙන යනවා විතරක් නෙමෙයි. All of the principal, staff, students, non-academic staff and parents, all of them will have to develop the goodwill of the school. පාසලේ කීර්ති නාමය අනිවාර්යෙන් පවත්වාගෙන යන්න ඕන. Then students, that means you. I think a lot of things relevant to you can understand. Attending school daily, දිනපතා පාසල් පැමිණීම, diligent involvement in studies. Involvement කියන්නේ යෙදෙනවා. Dedication for the studies. ඉතා කැපවීමෙන් අධ්‍යාපනික වැඩ කටයුතු වල නිරත වීම. Respecting the principals and staff. Respecting ගරු කරනවා. Principal and staff, you know that. Principal විදුහල්පතිතුමා, staff ආචාර්ය මණ්ඩලය. Working in cooperation with other students. අනිත් සිසුන් සමග සහයෝගයෙන් වැඩ කටයුතු කිරීම. Discipline behavior. Safeguarding the honor of the school. විනයවත් හැසිරීම. Discipline behavior, very important. Discipline behavior. Safeguarding, ආරක්ෂා කරනවා. Safeguarding the honor of the school. And අපි අර කියපු the goodwill, the prestigious name, the honor, පාසලේ ගෞරවය රැකෙන පරිදි ඔබ විනයවත්ව හැසිරෙන්න ඕනේ. It is compulsory. ඒක අත්‍යවශ්‍යයි. You must do it. Safeguarding the discipline, rules and regulations, traditions and culture of the school. Safeguard, now you know the meaning. ආරක්ෂා කරනවා, discipline විනය, rules and regulations, නීති රීති, traditions, සම්ප්‍රදායන්, and the culture of the school. We talk about them in great details in our next lesson. අපි මේවා ගැන ඊළඟ පාඩමේදී ගැඹුරින් කතා කරනවා. What are the rules and regulations in a school? What are the traditions in a school? What is the school culture means? Because our next lesson is school culture. අපි ඒකදීම කතා කරනවා. Therefore, don't worry, just to understand the word meaning on. Next one. Safeguarding the resources of the school. පාසලේ සම්පත් අපි රැක ගන්න ඕන. It is your duty. Assisting maintenance to pleasant environment in the school. You grow flowers. You clean the compound. You sweep early in the morning. You clean your classrooms. Like that. You will have to assist the non-academic staff as well as teachers to maintain the good, pleasant, clean school environment without putting litter here and there, especially pieces of papers. Without putting them here and there, you will have to maintain the pleasant and clean school premises or environment. Then other organizations within the school structure. So පාසල තුළ තව අනිකුත් සංවිධාන කීපයකුත් තියෙනවා. You will have to understand what are they. You will have to identify them. A school development committee, the most important one in the school. All the parents of the school are member of this school development committee. The head of this school development committee is also principal. Then other office bearers can be elected either from staff or parents. School development committee අනිවාර්ය විදුහල්පතිතුමා තමයි ඒකේ සභාපති ධූරය දරන්නේ. Chairperson is the principal. මේක තමයි වැදගත් most important institute in the school. පාසලේ වැදගත්ම institute එක. All the parents are member of it. සියලුම දෙමව්පියෝ මේකේ සමාජිකයෝ. Most important one. Then sports club are there. You know that various sports clubs in the school, chess club, volleyball clubs, like that various clubs are there. You also can take the membership of them. Then student welfare committee is there. So when there is something happen to the especially sorrowful thing, කනගාටුදායක දෙයක්. දරුවෙකුට සිද්ධ වුණොත් there these committees will help the students, not only for the students, even welfare committees dedicated for the teachers also can be found. ගුරුවරුන්ට වෙන් වුණු welfare committee තියෙනවා ඉස්කෝලේ. ඊළඟ prefect board එකක් තියෙනවා. You know that in each and every school, head prefect boy, head prefect girl, like that. Prefect board is also very important organization in the school. Then discipline committee, very important one. You will have to be aware of it. Their main target is to maintain the discipline, and sometimes they punish those who break the discipline, those who violate the discipline in the school. And environmental committee, mainly they focus their attention to maintain the good environment in the school, as well as sometimes they go outside to work. They have the various relationship with the outside institute also, like that. These organizations are also very important part within the school organization. Now we come to the end of unit 1, episode 1. Here I use somewhat new terms to develop your vocabulary. I think you are now aware of the subject matter, because as it is a first lesson, after watching this one, actually you can decide whether I would be able to follow the other subjects in English medium. කරන්න කියලා ඔයාලට මේක බලපුවම තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් තමයි. Now don't fear. Learning in English medium is something necessary at present, children. Why? Learning in one language is not sufficient. Here, our main target is to develop your language skills. You follow me very well, and you tell your parents also. When you develop your language skills through a subject, no need of paying special or more attention for the development of the language, because language, especially here the English, is developed automatically without your knowledge. Therefore, your task is to follow these, watch these lessons frequently, because in other lessons coming, I reduce the number of single words I use, because one by one there must be a progress, and towards the end of these course video lessons, my use of singular term will be 0. මගේ සිංහල වචන භාවිතය බිඳුවට බහිනවා. Then I will create all the lessons in English only. Therefore, you just keep that in your mind. Therefore, you continuously you follow. To get the information about that one, you subscribe our channel. You know that self-learning tool channel. And if you want to exchange the educational materials, there is another one in the WhatsApp group that is also under the name of self-learning tool. You join the WhatsApp group, then we can share the other educational materials too. If it is so, wishing you a good day. We come to the end of the lesson, and with the idea of you becoming a brighter students as well as better person in the society, I conclude, or I come to the end of the lesson saying Ayubowan, and I wish you all the best.